The Health Secretary Matt Hancock has said a sharp rise in the number of new coronavirus cases recorded in the last 24 hours is concerning and urged young people in particular to be mindful of social distancing. The latest UK daily figures showed nearly 3,000 new infections, as our health editor Hugh Pym reports.
Bolton today coming to terms with a sharp increase in coronavirus cases, almost all amongst those aged under 50, with the infection rate now the highest in England. Joint action by the council and the government has resulted in new restrictions. Local people have been told only to use public transport for essential journeys and not to mix with other households, indoors or outdoors. Some are frustrated at another change in the rules.
People make plans. We can't just keep stopping our lives and going backwards. It's just confusing.
I think it's everyone. I don't think it's just young people in general. No, I just think it's everyone. You can't put an age on it, really. I don't think.
People are not respecting the rules, and they're not respecting social distances.
Over the last week, the number of new UK cases reported each day has been rising steadily. But today there's been a dramatic rise to 2,988, an increase of more than 1,000 on yesterday, and the biggest daily rise since May. The average number of new cases per day in the last week now stands at 1,812. Case numbers can be affected by the number of tests carried out, and there is a lot more testing in areas with local outbreaks. Even so, the Health Secretary today acknowledged the latest figures couldn't be dismissed.
We are concerned about this rise in cases, of course we are, and it's predominantly amongst younger people. But of course younger people can pass on the disease to their grandparents, and we do not want to see that.
Labour, though, say Mr Hancock must make an urgent statement in the Commons.
People will be understandably worried when they see the news of this significant increase in the virus. They'll be concerned about what it means for them and their loved ones, and they'll be worried that they can't get a test if they want a test.
The question now is whether an alarming new trend might be developing.
We shouldn't overreact to a single day's numbers. What we need to do is wait and see how things play out over the next several days. This is a really critical time, the next couple of weeks. I think as we move towards the winter and towards the flu season, the risk of a surge is going to increase.
The number of COVID patients in hospital has fallen. Today there were only 2 new reported deaths. Health officials will hope that recent increases in cases don't result in another spike in hospital admissions. Hugh Pym, BBC News.